Sanibonani bazalwane.
Greetings, brethren.
Ligama lami nginonophile ngwashabalala Sibongo.
My name is Nonopile Chabalala
Ngisuka eNgoyoyo.
from Goyoyo.
Ngilethe fakazi bam bemsebenzi.
I have come to give a testimony about a job breakthrough.
Angiyakhumbula last year mfundisi wangete prophecy bengenda
I remember that last year the man of God gave me a word of prophecy.
bengenda internship yami in some construction company as a safety officer.
I was doing an internship in a construction company as a
Safety
safety
officer.
officer.
Umfundisi wangete prophecy wathi ngitothola a good job lo tongibhadala lo better.
The man of God gave me a word of prophecy that I would get a good and better job that would pay me better.
Early this year ngafola lomunye umsebenzi, but it was not that paying job as a safety officer.
Early this year, I got a job, but it was not a well-paying job as a safety officer.
So kwathi ke bazalwane, I think 2 weeks back or 1 week back ngiyakhumbula it was a Saturday. I got a call benga apply khona bangishayela ukuthi ngite for interview.
2 weeks, about a week or two back, I got a call on a Saturday that I should come for an interview in a company that I had applied for.
Kuleyo Saturday ngiyakhumbula setala Somveni for bathi is for building kunikelela building.
On that Saturday, it was the very same Saturday where we had come for the contribution for building the house of God.
Kuleyo Saturday sangena prayer line sabe sesita la ngatseni for prayers. Ngiyakhumbula nje likona lami bengilapha because umfundisi wathi wonke umuntu akabe nekona lakhe athandaze.
We first started in the prayer line and then we came here to the prayer garden, and the man of God instructed everyone to find their own prayer corner.
Ngathi ngisathandaza bezolane, I had engqondweni yami bekunalokuthi yathi inkosi ngisaya kule interview on a Monday ngakusasa ngicela wena owenza inthambo yakho.
In my heart and in my thoughts, as I was praying, I had a voice in me and I prayed to God that as I prepare to go for this interview on Monday, the Lord should do His will.
Angilalanga ke bazalane that Sunday. I was so nervous ukuthi ngalelanga la kusasa ntokwendekani. But ekseni kwakhona ngashayela umfundisi ngamcela for prayers wangitshela ukuthi no, my daughter, all is well.
I was because of the nerves, I was unable to sleep that whole night, but in the morning I called the church office and I was able to speak with the man of God, and the man of God just told me that all is well.
Ke bazalwane, that Monday ngaya for interview at Big Band nalenzawo bengayadi, but bebangitshelile ama directions ukuthi ngahamba ngibuta yonke lenzawo, and isikhathi bebasibekile it was 2 for my interview.
I went to the interview was based in Big Bend, and I went there. I didn't know the place, but I was able to ask for directions, and they had directed that the time for the interview was 2.
Nangifika ke bazalwane besibanyeni besing 5, and I was the last one kungena. Ngathi nangena ngibona bonke baphuma livalo belingiphethe kakhulu.
I was so nervous because there were 5 of us for the interview that were called for the interview, and I was the last one to go inside to be interviewed.
Bese ngikhohliwe ke bazalwane nalokuthi make ngayitolo bekangitshelile ukuthi I should browse through about le company. Bese ngikhohle konke ngale the day nje nangena nje egate bese ngikhohliwe.
I had forgotten everything that my mother had told me, that I should find out information about the company and all that. I had just forgot everything when I got into that gate.
Nangena ke bazalwane for interview bengichachadela, but ngakhanza ukuthi ngishona yinye female. They were all males.
When I entered, I was shaking because of nerves, and the only people that were there were males.
And ngebazalwane nangicala bangitshela ukuthi banginiketa 5 minutes for ukuthi calm it down.
They told me that they were giving me 5 minutes to calm down.
Kwasemva kaloke bazalwane baqale bangibuta ama questions and I had to answer 25 questions.
And then they started asking me questions. There were about 25 questions that were set for all the interviewees.
Kuthi ke bazalwane lama question la ngikho ngawaphendvula njani nami angathi.
I do not know how I was able to answer all those questions.
Ngathi nasengicedzile wathi lomye babe bathi angathi uyini ngizange nginaka kakhulu. Wathi do you realize ukuthi le interview soyiphasile?
When I finished the interview, one of those who were interviewing us, one of the bosses who were interviewing us, asked me as to whether I realized that I had already passed the interview.
Ngahleka kancane wangibuta wathi kude yini lokunye lengifuna kubabuta kona. My question was ukuthi ithini le date eningicasha ngayo.
They gave me a chance to question them, and my question was on which date they were preparing to hire me on.
Bahleka bazalwane ngaphuma kwathi on the kwaphela 2 weeks nakhona bese ngigive upile ngithi shothi vele kude.
2 weeks elapsed after that interview, and I had already given up the hope on that interview.
Kwathi bazalwane ngisehleli ngisesemsebentini bengisebenta khona I got a call nale call lengiyitholako I was in a meeting bathi nje nabangishayela ngaphuma ngaphindze ngangena bekuyasakhathile ngaphindze ngaphemvula wasinangitshela ukuthi okay Nonophile you've got a job la kule boardroom I screamed bonke babuka mina.
When I was in a meeting in this job that I had, I got a call from the company that were interviewing me, and they told me that I had gotten a job, and I screamed in that very same boardroom meeting.
Before our sister continues, can you watch the evidence that shows our sister is indeed employed?
Dear Miss Nonophile Shabalala, this is a letter that says, written appointment as office attendant Eco PP project. Following the interviews and conducted on the above mentioned position in which you participated, I'm pleased to inform you that you were successful, and thus the National Society is appointing you as the office attendant for the Eco PP project. Your appointment into this position is a fixed period of 9 months, beginning from the 1st of September 2023 until the 1st of May 2024.
Ngakuthatha nje bamvula basho ukuthi bani ne patient koko konke timvo lotendako ube ne patient. Mina nje bengihlala nje ngite every time esila somveni ngita na prayer line ngibona ema testimonies labanye bamvu ngitibuta ukuthi hawu mina lesami isikhathi kani istodanini, but I waited ngahlala and I came to church ngaba ne faith. Ngicanzi lokhu kakhulu ukuthi ube ne faith ube ne patience bese lapho uyamkhonda uNkulunkulu uhlala ngaso sonke isikhathi uthandaza.
My word of encouragement, especially to the youth here in church and our viewers, is that you need to have patience. I would come here in church and I would sit, I would sometimes go to the prayer line, and I would see people testifying, and I would ask myself when my time was coming. But I continued to have patience and I continued to have faith. So the most important things that you need to carry when you come to this place is patience and faith.
Our sister Brethren had shared with us that she came here on a Saturday whereby it was the time for contribution towards the church building. Brethren, it is very important to attend those services because as you build the house of God, God is building your life.